Good morning, Lesley. What's happening? Something's wrong. Something's different. What's up?
I updated my Zoom, and unfortunately there's a glitch in it and I can't get through to the Zoom people to sort it out. They told everybody to upgrade. I upgraded and to get the new version of the software, and this is the new version.
I love it. I mean, it's very artistic.
It's been a problem.
These are diamonds, huh?
They are.
I wanted to chat with you about something that happened this week to me, and it was really insightful. I was given a presentation of a new future digital trade system, and I know everybody's talking about the future of global trade being digital. It's data, it's apart from systems and processes, it's now data, it's moving away from paper-based. And I saw this in action today. There are quite a few companies out there that offer this, and I was amazed by that. Have you come across digital trade?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've been very fortunate. I've been on some of the committees that have been looking at digital trade, and interestingly, DCMS within the government have been looking at this in particular. And of course, the Law Commission has too, because what we haven't realised was that a lot of the documents that we rely on in international trade are actually linked to legal processes within the English law system, which actually mean that they have to be a physical piece of paper to be transacted. And everyone's working very hard now, and the plan is to have the law reforms come through next year around about April, May time to enable this to become electronic legally, because a lot of countries have actually tied themselves to English law. Yeah. So the fact that we are doing this means that we're going to sort of liberate the systems as far as ownership of documents are concerned and assigning documents, and allow them to be digitized. And as soon as we get into this digitized space, that means that we've got a lot more scope to being able to have this streamlined system that means everything go through right from scratch. Of course, the only problem we have is that we need to bring everybody with us. So it's great that the first world countries are working hard on this, but it's not going to be any good if you arrive in a port in Accra and they don't have the systems to support it. So we've got to bring everybody with us, and this is where WTO comes into it too. So fascinating, isn't it? And really the future, unfortunately, it's not fast enough because everybody needs things now, but yeah, it's coming.
I've seen that with the Brexit as well. The presentation was really insightful because it goes back to a fundamental issue. Where is the good, efficient, the correct data? Where's the source of information? And what they were showing me was that you grab the information where it's at the source. Say, for example, a tomato producer in Spain will have all the details about these tomatoes. So at the moment, what happens, this tomato producer gives it to their agent, their freight forwarder, their logistics company, that then passes it on and passes it on. And so the document, the physical document, or even the PDF goes through so many multiple hands. Yeah. And it's really inefficient. Even PDFs are inefficient now. Like digital,
it's about authenticating it as well, and this is making sure that that the document that's come through is what it says it is. And this is the other thing that is really important part of the process too. And again, I was talking to a company over in Sweden who are doing a lot of work on this and working with the ICC, the International Chamber of Commerce. And there's a lot of interest in it. But of course, the other thing is there's got to be a standard that we all work to. Because if we're not careful, everyone's going to be, you remember the days where we used to have beta and VHS and all these sort of things. We need really to get to the stage where we have a standard that we all adopt. Because at the moment, the smart ledgers, which is sort of what you're talking about, the smart ledgers are part of blockchain. They are governed by those sort of rules, but we need to be sure that we are not all spending money on different systems that actually won't talk to each other properly.
Yeah, very important. Very important. That's one of the comments I made. Okay, great. So companies are going to invest in the system. You are showing me now But that requires then all of their suppliers, all of their customers to be on board.
Yeah.
And these customers sit in different jurisdictions, countries, and we are saying that this current technology which exists, it's not quite blockchain, but it's getting there. It has the right to take the data from, say, the Spanish tomato grower, then process it in yet another country, then have it feed in with other countries' data requirements. All of that requires the law to accept that we're going to use this form of digitalization. You say many people will adopt the English law. Well, you know, while I agree and sympathize, I wonder what our European friends will say. I'll probably say, I'll make my own law, thank you very much.
Well, no, I didn't say that they will adopt our law. I'm saying that a lot of countries around the world actually use the English legal system as the basis for their system. So by us changing this, it means it's going to liberate a lot of countries that do use that. No, you're right. I mean, the European Union will work in a whichever way they want to work in, obviously. I've also been doing some work on the ultimate business owner, which is another thing that's a very important thing, and again relies on everybody registering in one place. Of course, not everybody registers in quite the same way, and you know the impact of the ultimate, I'm sure this is another conversation, but there's the ultimate business owner is actually the vehicle that people use for money laundering, and the money laundering is from the crimes of you know, human trafficking, drug trafficking, you know, these terrible things that are going on. So we are tightening up, we are understanding better that to share information is sometimes actually liberating, and it's not actually offensive. So lots of work to do. I'm absolutely certain there's a great deal for us to talk about in the future.
The opportunities are huge. I mean, from a customer's perspective, if we get this data and we can share it with other departments. So this single window kind of one-stop concept. I have the data, I share it with departments that customs touches on, for example, veterinary affairs. If I could take the data from take the Spanish chorizo ham, right, which is a animal-based product, requires health certification in the UK as well as in the EU, in any country around the world. If I could pass that digitally, electronically to the vet, and the vet could watch this on his smartphone and go, that's the chorizo from Spain, approve, while he's in his pajamas, getting ready for the day, that would be great. And if that data, I could then move to HMRC in the UK or on the German soil, and they would look at this and go, approve. That would be revolutionary. But there's such a long way to go still. I feel there's quite a way to go for all of the reasons you've mentioned, from ultimate ownership to laws that need to be passed, to willingness of officials to change their way of working, and everybody to, as you say, follow a standard that is interconnected with different systems. Otherwise, company A will propose one magical system that I buy, but then I can't speak to another system that somebody else bought.
Exactly. And I think, you know, we're going to be able to talk about this again, because, you know, the more I find out, the more I see that there's some fascinating projects going on out there. But we do, as you say, need very much to get on top of it.
Well, fascinating. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I think we've got it for another round. That was really insightful.
Thank you.
Good. So yeah, let's speak again soon.
See you soon. Bye then. Bye. Bye.